Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Dressing Room powered by Extreme. I'm your host Advertisement FAX, and a lot of talk has been going regarding Lionel Messi, whether he was right to call off the MLS game or he should have played it. Rifat, what do you think?
Lionel Messi, I think, rightfully denied the opportunity to play for the All-Star MLS team. And at this moment, in this age, I don't think it would have been wise for him to play in that game. And it's his choice if he would play or not. I think MLS could have sort things out in a different way. The way it has came to us.
And the things escalated,
yeah,
the way it escalated.
It does not look anything good. I think it's a bad impression for MLS.
But
সব মশার বিরুদ্ধে সুরক্ষা দিতে এলো বসুন্ধরা এক্সট্রিম অ্যারোসল মশার বিরুদ্ধে এক্সট্রিম সুরক্ষা
mind you, MLS already had that clause for every player that whoever gets picked for the All-Star game should play until unless he has an injury or maybe a very serious issue. But Miami's reasoning for Messi not playing was that, of course, that was also factual, that Miami had to play a lot of games due to the Club World Cup. But do you think Messi should comply with the rules?
Messi is someone, rules are rules. First of all, rules are rules and you have to follow it. I don't have any complaint that Lionel Messi was suspended for one match. I don't have any complaint that Lionel Messi didn't want to play in that exhibitionary match. So I think it's a normal thing to have one match suspension for not being able to participate in that match. I don't think that's a huge thing that we should be discussing about. One game Lionel Messi had to sit down and watch it from the stands. It's okay, it's fine.
Right.
It's only because it's Lionel Messi, that's why I think the fuss are all about.
Right, but Miami's one of the co-owners, Jorge Mas, said something very interesting, which I want to bring up, that this could impact MLS in a longer term. Mind you, Messi's current contract is ending in December.
Yeah.
So can we see him in Europe from January, in the January transfer window?
I think that was more of a threat to MLS. That one of their star players and
maybe the only marquee player,
the only
marquee
star,
player,
the multi-star player and superstar. In fact, Lionel Messi, he was suspended. So as a club owner, he had to say something to take Lionel Messi's side. He was right politically. He was right. Lionel Messi from his side, he was right. And I also think the rule should not be changed or anything else other than what has already happened for MLS. If you are, it doesn't matter if you're Lionel Messi or Rifat Masood.
You have to
comply with the rule. And if you don't, you have to face the consequences.
Right. Yeah. And Messi was suspended, of course, but again, we know Lionel Messi and he did not make a comment, but people, he wouldn't. We've been watching him for maybe 20 years now, 2005
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care and having a mate with Rodrigo de Paul.
Yeah.
But the fun part was, so many experts have seen this incident in different lights. You know, Steve Nicol, one of the experts on MLS, he commented on his show, ESPN Experts, that this was ridiculous. MLS has been talked about and reaching countries like, in fact, we are talking about MLS only because of Messi, and he single-handedly changed the face of the league and value of the league increased multifolds because of him. So Steve Nicol was saying that the authority, MLS authority, could have maybe bend the rules to honor Lionel Messi because he's the only one, in fact.
He was expecting something like FIFA. FIFA did change their rule and take MLS, let Inter Miami participate in the FIFA Club World Cup. So I think Steve Nicol was expecting something like that, but on the other hand, if you change your rule for one particular player, that will also bring more criticism to MLS. Why would someone from MLS want to face that? I think it's already a forgotten story by now, and Lionel Messi has accepted his fate, and
he enjoyed the game.
He enjoyed the game, yeah.
Right, and staying with Inter Miami, we mentioned that Rodrigo de Paul also joined, and Argentina fans are not that happy.
Why should they be?
Exactly, because we have less than a year for the next World Cup. Yes, less than a year now. Two of their main stars, well, Messi maybe at the twilight of his career, but Rodrigo de Paul is their midfield engine, and he is going to play, with due respect to MLS, a league below par to the European, of course, La Liga. Do you think it's the right decision for Rodrigo de Paul?
No. If I put on my Argentina hat on,
thinking cap,
since I am an Argentina fan, so I personally wasn't happy at all. You were only 31, and you were expected to play in next year's World Cup, and you have been playing in Europe for last
more than a decade.
More than a decade, yeah. You maybe Atletico Madrid, they didn't want you anymore. Maybe go back to Serie A.
Go back, or you could find choose Sevilla, right?
Find something
or maybe
else.
an EPL club.
Yeah, find something else. Maybe in Bundesliga, maybe in Premier League. But make sure that you are still playing in the top level and you're keeping yourself fit for the next year's World Cup. Because Argentina, they have many options in their midfield. I don't think so. And Rodrigo de Paul is someone, the attributes he can offer in a football match, it's unmatchable. He is cunning, right? He has those
physical attributes.
And he has those blabbering attitude. He will do things that will certainly.
He will be in your face all the time.
Yeah, all the time, and he'll be keep on talking in your ears every time. So you need that sort of character in your team. I don't think Rodrigo de Paul, he understood his value.
Right, Rifat. I want to bring a point over here that MLS, mind you, is a very physical league, right?
Is it?
It is. I mean, some of the teams, they do play very physical football.
They say Bangladesh Premier League is a physical football league.
Right.
They do.
Right.
I mean, the coaches, they come from Europe, they always complain that this is a very physical league. Why a league is physical? Because there is a lack of technical
and skill-wise
abilities. So that is why those are termed as physical, I think.
Right, but Argentina team, how do you see it shaping it up? Because I know it's a long way to the World Cup, but being an Argentina fan, myself and you, the audience,
bias.
it's not a conspiracy that two Argentine fans are doing the show. But how do you see the teams shaping up, especially Argentina? And one of my other favorite teams, it's very surprising, it's Brazil.
Yeah.
And I want to see them do good in the World Cup. How do you see these two teams right now?
Especially if you talk about Argentina, I think Lionel Scaloni, he will have to find his best 11 combination, and he's yet to find it. And
do you see Messi in the best 11?
I don't. I don't, and maybe Lionel Scaloni, he doesn't either. But we don't know. If he's fit, you don't see any chance dropping Lionel Messi from the 11. So Lionel Scaloni would be right now thinking that what are my options? If I don't start Lionel Messi, and remind you that the next World Cup is going to be for the 8 teams. That means you're going to play more matches, and the weather is not going to help you either. Right. Although Lionel Messi, he has been playing in the MLS. USA for last 3 years.
Almost 3 years. Almost 3 years till the World Cup comes.
By now, maybe he has already adapted with the weather and everything. But that is a different discussion when you are playing against, let's say, Germany. When you're playing against the big teams, so that will be a different discussion when they're facing those big teams. I think Lionel Scaloni, he has to find his best 11 by this year. He was lucky enough that Argentina did find those players like your Enzo Fernandez
or
and
McAllister
during the World Cup
Alvarez.
in Qatar. You cannot expect the same thing to happen in the next year's World Cup, and you are already the champions.
Right, and mind you, Argentina's back line is quite edgy. most of them are touching their 30s or at the wrong side of 30.
You
right?
cannot expect Nicolas Otamendi to play
lead
from lead the defense
line.
Maybe Sergio Romero,
Licha and Romero.
maybe Romero and Lisandro Martinez and Romero, but those two defenders, they are very injury prone, especially Lisandro Martinez. He's been on and off due to
I can't
injury.
remember when I saw him fit after the World Cup, right?
And he was very
Very
irregular
fragile,
for
very
Manchester
fragile.
United in the last season. So Lionel Scaloni, he has questions. I think more questions than answers.
Right.
now.
And let's briefly talk about Brazil. We're at the end of our limited time. Can the boss, the Jefe,
Carlo Ancelotti,
do the magic?
It's a work in progress, I would say.
Especially
Only-
when Rodrigo is
He's been on 2
falling,
matches, right?
falling apart with his relationship. Vinicius does not like him too much for his Real Madrid role. What do you think? What's going on with Brazil?
There's a sense that Carlo Ancelotti will fix everything, but can you fix everything when you don't have the elements to fix?
Or the resources
yeah,
right
resources,
now?
Yeah,
That sounds strange, right? Brazil doesn't have great players right now.
That has been the case for last 4 or 5 years, or maybe some Brazil fans would say that that has been the case since 2006.
No, not really.
Maybe. So Brazil, they have a lot to do, but you can trust Carlo Ancelotti. I think that is their only sense of satisfaction from a year to go from the World Cup, I'd say.
All right, we'll surely have a lot of more discussions on the World Cup. Rifat Masood, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Folks, that was all the time we have for you today. I'll be back soon with another episode of Inside the Dressing Room powered by Extreme. Till then, you take care.
For more updates, follow us on Facebook. Subscribe our YouTube channel. Get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.